So you love this person, right? And you have gotten to the point you've fallen head over heels and that person is reciprocating, and you validated who that person is, and you have viewed and interacted with them and their family, and you know who they are, and this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. This could happen in the States and it could happen overseas. So, and once again, I'm only telling you from the viewpoint if you marry someone from Nigeria, because that's the only thing I can really speak to. But I'm pretty sure that with different cultures and different locations, things as far as your marriage will be a lot different, right? And so let's get into it. So as far as marrying my husband, I will tell you, once we talked and we had decided, he proposed, and of course I obviously accepted. I mean, I ain't dumb. So when we decided to go ahead and get married, we had to decide where we were going to get married, if it was going to be here in the US or if it was going to be in Nigeria. Now, we opted for Nigeria because if he got married here in the US, we would have to have him come over here on a fiance visa, and we didn't want to do that. Okay, that was just our choice. Some people do the fiance visa. It's still a waiting process. You have to file paperwork with the US government. We'll get into that later, in order to bring your fiance over here. And then I think you have 90 days, right, to actually get married. So there's going to be a lot of planning that's going on, because you don't know when he or she's going to be approved to get married. So you got to act kind of quickly. And once they land, you got to get moving. And so that's where you get the 90-day requirement to get married to your fiance when they get here. Now, there's some other methods people have been using. I'm not even going to comment on that, because I've been told some things, and from jump, I want things done for me and my husband, and we decided, obviously, we're going to do things the legal way. So if we got to wait out for the government to decide certain things, that's just what we're going to do. I mean, it's not easy, I'm going to tell you that. But when he lands, I want him to do it the right way, and so did he, okay? So I'm not even going to get into some of the things that I've been told. We just going to keep on moving. So we decided to have our wedding in Nigeria. And so one of the benefits of that is, ladies, I'm going to be honest with you, it was a lot cheaper. The most I paid for, or the most expensive thing that I paid for, was my plane ticket. And I was there for like a month almost. So when you think about it, and my plane ticket was like $1,800. That is the most expensive thing that, I shouldn't say but we paid for, because this was definitely a joint effort between my husband, my family, his family, and my family, myself. I don't know if I said it right, but me and my husband and our families. How about that? And so the one thing I also like is that my husband took over everything, right? And I'm going to tell you something. For me, having my wedding there in Nigeria, it alleviated a lot of stress. So you all know that weddings and funerals bring out, like they say, the worst in people, and they can be very, very stressful. I didn't have that stress. So that was a benefit for me, right? I did not have that stress at all. My husband and his family, basically, he would come to me, lay out some suggestions, this is what we need, lay out some suggestions, and then he took care of it. I got a good one. I can't tell you. I can't even tell you. He, and other things were going on, in his life that were also important, that demanded a lot of attention. But he made time for me, and he made time because our wedding was important, and that continued throughout the whole process, okay? So we talked about the theme for our wedding. So we had an American style wedding, and then we had a Nigerian style reception. And so I'm gonna show and share some things with you guys later about how that went down. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. My first marriage, I didn't have a wedding at all. I went down to City Hall and got married. But this one, I feel like I had the whole shebang, right? And it really was enjoyable. my friends and family here. I had the bridal shower. You know, I was just so excited. It's just, I ran the whole gamut. So it wasn't just me and him. Our family and friends were excited too. So that's something else you got to think about, because you want to keep costs and expenses down, because you're going to go through the immigration process if you're going to do the spousal visa. And I can't tell you what else is required for the fiance visa, but from the spousal visa, it's proven not to be too bad. It's just, I want them here. Let's be real. But I do like the fact that we had our wedding over in Nigeria. And I'm going to tell you something else. They know how to party, right? So we kind of really downsized the wedding, because if I had gone over there and there were like hundreds of people, thousands of people at our wedding, I'd have been very overwhelmed. And so he was even considerate, him and his family were even considerate as far as that's concerned. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you and break down the benefit of having the wedding over in Nigeria, and I want to talk about that a little bit. So you want to also, we're going to talk about how your friends and family can be supportive of you, because this is really a life-changing experience. So this is your girl, Essie. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. More subscribers, please. I'm out. Have a great day.